Okay, hi. Welcome to a new week. Our next lesson is a quick one. It's on operant conditioning. The second type of conditioning, if you remember the last one, we talked about classical conditioning, about the dog salivating and all that. Operant conditioning is more what you and I go through on a regular basis. And I'll explain that as we go. But operant, Operant, is where a person or an animal, it could be an animal, like a picture like a, you ever been at the zoo or the dolphin show where the dolphins jump for the fish and they do tricks for the fish and things? That's basically what this is where the subject, the person, the dolphin, whatever, operates or is aware of their situation. So they voluntarily behave a certain way. Okay, so again, classicals where they involuntarily they salivate at the sound of the bell. Voluntary, they know they're doing it and they do it for a reason that is good to them. Okay, so if you turn the page to the next one there, where it says B.F. Skinner at the top, he is the probably the second most famous psychologist ever, behind Freud, I guess. And he was sort of the father of behaviorism, not exactly, but for our purposes, it's good enough. But he basically believed that you could, through reinforcement, think about reinforcing behavior, which we'll get to, you could basically make somebody do anything. I could turn, who's a nice, quiet person? The twins. I could make the twins hate each other. I could make the twins kill um, the entire cabinet. Things like that through reinforcement. Okay? So we're going to talk about two different, and all behavior, according to Skinner, can be done this way. So when you think about the types of behavior you have, acting in class, acting at home, at work, relationships, everything. Okay. So the first type you have, and you see on your outline there, you've got positive reinforcement. I hope you can recognize the picture. Curious George there. Positive reinforcement is when you give someone something positive, hence the term, that reinforces or creates, either creates or continues a certain behavior. Okay, creates or continues. So when you think about, well, there's so many of these, but I'll just give you a few and you get the idea. And I'll probably ask you to maybe put some behaviors with situations and things like that. I am reinforced by money. I get paid for working, and if I get a raise, arguably, or if there's a chance I get a raise, then I would work harder. Grades, although right now, well, congratulations on your A plus, but normally you're looking for grades or certain test scores or entry to universities. Think about things like scholarships, which is another form of money, but you're earning it through certain behaviors. Treats, Santa's going to fill your stocking, but if you're bad, you get coal. So the stocking being filled is a positive reinforcement for you to behave all year. Tooth fairy, anything like that. Think also about things like praise, which certain things work differently for certain situations. Praise is good, really only if what? I'll leave that to you. Praise works on who more than who not. Money, does money work on a 2-year-old? No, of course not. But praise, awards, honors, think about the Academy Awards and the Grammys and the Emmys, and for you actor people, the thespies out there, MVP awards, Spirit Awards, and so on and so forth. Participation trophies, which you're basically getting right now with an A plus. But when if you guys played Little League ball, you get that ribbon or medal. We talked about it just for showing up, basically. But those are positive reinforcement for little kids. For older people, it doesn't really generally mean much because you kind of figure out, well, there's not much to this. Okay, so again, you've got these can be mental, praise, hugs. I guess that's physical, but kind words and things like that, and they can be physical. Again, hugs, kisses, money. I don't know if the grade is mental or physical to you, but it kind of has aspects of both. So anyway, designed to create and or continue certain behaviors. Okay, next we move to negative reinforcement. If you can't tell what that picture is, that is Ben Stiller in There's Something About Mary. And if you've ever seen it, you should know the scene. If you haven't, then I can't recommend it because it's kind of naughty, but there it is. So negative reinforcers. Think about things that cause you to, again, begin or cease or continue certain behaviors. You know, positive reinforcement. You clean your room, I'll give you $20. You get to go out tonight. Negative reinforcement. You clean your room or you're grounded. If you don't clean your room, you don't get to go out this weekend, and so on and so forth. So grounding, yelling at, that stern look, I'm disappointed in you, that kind of thing. Making fun of, parents hopefully don't do that, but other kids do for sure. Making fun of somebody's hair or somebody's dress and things like that. Think about spanking, any kind of slap, swat on the bottom, shaking, which is not good, but that kind of thing. Taking the phone away. Think about again what works for you versus what works for little kids. You say you're a grounded 3-year-old. You can't go anywhere. Well, they don't go anywhere anyway unless they put in the car. So it makes no difference to them. Think time out. I'm sure you've all had time out at some point in time, or probably your sibling, not you. In a larger sense, think maybe death penalty, jailing, probation, parole. You guys that are, I forget what year, but the Scarlet Letter, shaming, humiliation. To many people, being in jail or having that on your record is humiliation enough, but then the whole idea of what happens while you're there. And you should be able to think of plenty of examples, both historically and now, for that. So think about the different types of reinforcement, both with positive and negative, and who they work with, and when it makes sense to use positive versus negative. Is giving somebody a reward for not committing another murder. They say committed 3 murders. Well, if you don't commit a 4th murder, we'll not put you in jail. Versus we're going to put you in jail 3 times as long because you killed 3 people, or we're going to give you the death penalty, or we're going to make the death penalty worse. Like we're going to chop you up versus just a simple injection or something. So think about where that would work in what situations, and that's probably the kind of questions you're going to get. All right, let's stop it there. See you next time.